Hi, I'm Roshaunda Kate. This is Real and Raw with Roshaunda. It's a little show, I guess, that I do. So far, it's been starring only me, although I have a list of people I want to interview, so I will ask them if they are willing and we'll see where this takes us. But I wanted to talk today about some difficult feedback that I received once and quite literally how it has changed my life. I was an RA as an undergrad. And just that experience was life-changing. It's one of the best things I have ever done in my life. If you don't know, RA is often resident assistant. Where I was, it was resident advisor. But the person in the dorm or the residence hall, who oversees the residents there, their go-to person, their coach. I listened to them. I created activities for us to do to help us bond and to get to know campus and get to know the city. It was a transformational experience for me, to say the least. And my supervisor, and I was blessed to have the same supervisor both years. Her name was Chrissy Holtzman. And Chrissy, I have been looking for you on social media and I have not found you. So if you see this, please hit me up. I would love to say hello to you. You've had such a great impact on my life, really, with these words of advice that you gave me. And she took me to the side one day and she asked me how everything was going with my residents. And I was like, it's fine, but I'm not really connecting with my residents. And she told me that I was doing great at all the things. I was ticking off all of the boxes of everything I was supposed to do, and not just the things I was mandated to do, but the things that are good ideas to do. I was doing that too, but she said, Roshaunda, you don't let anybody get to know you. And unless people get to know you, they're not gonna connect with you. And that hit me hard because it was so true. I am a difficult person to get to know. I have a couple of friends that are literally my friends because they decided they wanted to be friends with me and they went out of their way to get to know me. And so I listened to her and I thought, oh, I have to let people get to know me. But she was right. There was no way I was going to connect with anybody if they didn't get to know me. I have a lot of walls, so I started tearing down some of my walls and I let my residents see the things about me that I don't typically let people see. And it's not because they're bad. I just think, oh, that's not necessarily their business to see the things that I get crazy excited about, or to see the things that frustrate me, or to see the things that scare me. In essence, I was afraid to let people see that I was a human. And they weren't going to connect with me if I held back all the time. So with God's help, I started peeling back some of those layers and breaking down some of those walls. And it was the best thing. My senior year, I was the RA of a freshman. I was a freshman residence hall. I was on a freshman floor. No, the whole residence hall wasn't freshmen. It was mostly freshmen though. Anyway, I've digressed. And it was a no substance building. So no one was allowed to drink or smoke or have drugs or anything in that building. And I had a great time. I had a great co-RA and I let him get to know me. I let my residents get to know me, and I couldn't have had a better senior year. It was the best, working with my co-RA and with my residents and being silly and dancing and singing. And there was one night where nearly all of my residents got drunk, which was hilarious because it was a substance-free building. They didn't get drunk in the building. They went to a party and got drunk, and they all came back to the building. And I was wrangling a bunch of drunk 18-year-olds, and it was fantastic. I loved it. So now I make it a point to let people see me. Now, I started off by saying I am hard to get to know, and I am, but not for my students and not for people who work with me. If you are one of my students or if you are on my team, I am going to let you get to know me because we need to connect, we need to trust, we need to have that bond. And so my students and my colleagues actually know me in ways that a lot of people don't. They know my quirks. They know that I will just crack up at anything, that I'll start singing a song in the middle of a conversation because you said a lyric that made me think about something. And I owe this to my supervisor, Chrissy, and I will say that the friendships I have formed, the connections I have made, the spaces people have allowed me to see in their lives, it's been honoring. It's a blessing that people trust me. And it's really because I got this feedback when I was 20 years old that I need to let people get to know me so I can connect with them. And I have learned over and over and over that that kind of connection builds trust and it builds compatibility, it builds collaboration. And I have fallen back on that so many times. And if I'm struggling with something, one of the things I ask myself is, am I letting the people I'm with get to know me? And if the answer is no, I pray about it and ask God how to change that. So that's some hard feedback I received once and the beautiful impact it has had on my life. And I just want to encourage you, if you receive some hard feedback, look at it for what it is, somebody trying to help you be better, not somebody trying to tear you down. See how it fits and see what you can do. So that's it for today. I'm Roshaunda K. This is Real and Raw with Roshaunda.